Okay, we looked at two float serves where we're jumping to attack the ball from behind the service line, and we're hitting float serves. Now we're going to jump to attack the ball from behind the service line and hit a topspin serve. So this is a spike from behind the service line, really an attack from the service line. And we want to start by holding the ball in our right hand, and we'll have our right foot forward. And then we're just going to execute an attack, basically. So it's going to be a right foot, one, toss the ball, and then left, right, left, the rest of our four-step approach. So we're going to take our first little step, have a toss, and then execute the rest of our four-step approach. Just like when we're attacking the ball at the net, we want to make sure that we're going small to big with our approach and slow to fast. And we have to make sure that we have a nice high toss. This has to allow us time to make adjustments and to get in the entirety of our attack approach here. So it's step, toss, kind of a pause there almost, and then 2, 3, 4. Big high toss, we're going small to big, slow to fast. We also want to make sure that when we execute this skill, we're getting a big double arm lift. This time we do want to use our arms. We want them to go long, we want them to go back as far as we can. Use them to create some jump off the floor here. So again, high toss allows us time to get this great double arm lift moving with us. And then finally, we want to make sure that we get into a bow and arrow position when we get ready to swing at this ball. So again, torque is critically important. So after we've tossed, after we've executed our jump, we want to make sure that our athletes are getting into this good attack position where they're in this kind of bow and arrow, ready to execute this skill with torque. The most important kind of value add that this is if you can hit it hard. So you want your athletes to be able to hit this ball with a lot of velocity, create a lot of power through that torque position. All right, as you might imagine, the spike serve, or the jump serve, is pretty complex mechanical movement. There's a lot going on here, and so lots more opportunities for errors and for mistakes. The biggest error, of course, is almost always with the toss. The toss doesn't get high enough, and it doesn't allow us enough time to make the approach the way we'd like to. Also, it can go all sorts of places, and so your athletes, as they get going with this, really have to perfect that toss. The toss kind of dictates almost everything else, and so poor tosses are probably the number one tough thing with a jump serve. Another issue is they don't get a good big double arm lift. They'll toss and then their arms don't get back, or they just go short. We want to make sure, again, they get this great big double arm lift. And then finally, lots of your athletes, when they serve this, again, they don't get opened up into torque and get into this good position. They'll simply stay here with their arm like this. So lots of opportunities for mistakes with the jump serve, but most of the issues are with their toss. It's not a high enough toss, doesn't allow them to get good big arms and get opened up.